This is Beardyman for Gluuu.tv. I worked in call centres. I failed to hold down shit jobs in retail.
I am from another planet, y'all.
Sold charity on the street. I did loads of. I worked in a video game store and I didn't know anything about video games and I got fired very quickly. Yeah, not a lot really, nothing of note. Don't know, like when I was a kid, I was just always making strange noises and.
I will now eat your bread.
I was doing music from a young age, and I was sat down in front of a piano, and like my parents saw that I'd sat down at their friend's piano and just made up a piece, and they were like, oh. So they went and bought a piano, and I'm really grateful for them for doing that, because from a young age that sort of bred music into me, and but I'd always been fascinated by music. Yeah, it's all improvised because I need to keep things interesting for me. Oh, I won't. I figure if I'm not having fun, then the audience won't. Otherwise, it'll take a long time for you to learn, and you might never get anywhere. I don't know. It's not, it's not necessarily a bad thing to rehearse something until it's incredible, but because of the way that I do stuff, because it's just a one-man band sort of thing, I've got the ability to control all the elements at the same time, which means that, I'm just on this tip where I'm into the idea of the moment of creation being the moment of performance, and I think you can yield very interesting results by doing that, and hopefully that's really engaging and interesting for people, hopefully. But I think a lot of the time people don't realise that that's what's going on. But I try to get them dancing, but I mean, yeah, there's a lot of he's just kind of standing with his arm on the bar, kind of staring. But I do that sometimes at gigs. So I do that a lot at gigs, actually. When I'm seeing a band, I'll be staring at them just because I'm a bit of a nerd. I'm just like watching what they're doing and taking notes and stuff. But like generally, I think people are dancing because I think if you're out and about and there's music, the music should be making you dance.
My name is fucking Beardyman, make some noise.
So I don't know, it just depends on my mood really, because it's all improvised, it's... And also it's very covers based, and I don't know, it's just about fucking, for me it's just about doing whatever comes into my head, and that allows me to enjoy myself. And I don't know, it really depends. It's like beatboxers, there's a lot of different styles of beatboxing. You get beatboxers who can't sing, but their rhythm is incredible. some people are amusical. They don't like music. They don't listen to music. It's rare, but you know, some people just don't like music. So, I mean, some people are tone deaf. They can't. But they're amazing drummers.
An exclusive.
I'm really into like old school hardcore because for me it's like the primordial soup of dance music. It's this kind of point where like 1992 was like the last point when all the various forms of dance music that we have now were one giant amorphous blob, and it was kind of like a little tasting menu of everything. Like every tune had like a bit of like euphoria and a bit of hardcore and a bit of. So that's the era that I think inspires me most. And like there's a lot of DJs and a lot of producers who have continually gone back to old school hardcore because it had everything. It had like the Jamaican influences, ragga, reggae, dub, along with like trance stuff. I'm not particularly into trance at all, really, but like that euphoria is there in old school hardcore. There's lots of stuff that I've been working on, sort of lots of projects. There's lots of video of sort of comedy shows that I've done, and like, you know, music-y comedy sort of stuff, where I've just been taking suggestions from the audience. There's a sort of an online TV show thing that is based on Battle Jam, which is the night that I've been doing for years, where everything's improvised and people can get involved from all around the world, just by like calling in on Skype or whatever, and we can scratch with their faces. And there's that. There's some stuff that I've done with Reggie Watts. There's some stuff that I've done with a whole bunch of amazing freestyle MCs from the UK. How can I forget? My album is coming out in March, beginning of March. I've got a tour in the UK, which is going to be really intense, and that's going to be crazy because I'm doing it very differently from how I've done shows previously. It's going to be a lot more interactive. There's going to be like a really direct conversation going on between me and the audience. We've got crazy visuals planned, which are going to be really contextual. It's going to be mental. And yeah, my album, I'm really excited about. That's coming out in March, and that's just, yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, I like dub effects. We've never talked, but we're aware of each other, and he's constantly brought up to me, and I'm brought up to him, and I respect what he does, and apparently he likes what I do. So like, yeah, man, the dub effects is cool. I mean, he's similar to me in the way that he makes his music, but the music he ends up making is a little bit different, and like the style of his sets is very different because he's doing rehearsed songs. And they're brilliant, you know, like he deserves all the success that he's getting because he's really, really good. Obviously, I'm going to be more critical of him than anyone else because there's very few of us who are making music in this way. But I think it's brilliant that he's out there and doing this kind of stuff because it means that what we're doing, people like Tim Exile, and me and Dub FX and Kid Beyond and God knows who else. Like, I mean, there's not that many of us doing it, really. Like, you know, making music live. I didn't do anything particularly funny today, really. Like, I don't know. I didn't goof around that much today. It was more like just fucking music all the way. No, I've been here before for Will Sonic Festival 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, whatever it was. But yeah, that was a wicked festival, and I had a really good time. I like Slovakia. It's cool.
With the ill behaviour. That's one last motherfucking time. Everybody in the house, I wanna see you all move about. Here we go. Everybody know the music you on. For 20 quid. Thank you very much. My name is Beardyman. Good night, Bratislava! Thank you very much. Good night. Take care. An exclusive.